So, is this everybody? Can we get some more people for Kathleen's Trivia Challenge?
We can definitely get a few more people for
Everybody
Kathleen's
get to the
Trivia
teams. If you're in the back of the moon base, get over here.
I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
Can I be a team from over here?
You can be a team from over there. I mean, you won.
Okay,
You won yesterday.
I know. Team Blue.
Okay.
If you were on this couch, I wore my blue shirt to be
And
on Team Blue.
Engineering,
All
are you
right,
a team this time?
Okay, Alex?
Oh yeah, I'm getting a thumbs up.
We're
Engineering's
Team
gonna be a
Blue.
team.
Okay. All right.
We got you back, man.
Okay, we
got
need some more
Serge.
team. We need some more people on
Got
Team
me.
Orange. Can I get
Got
people
me.
out of our food zone and onto the
enough
back
mixed
couch?
up.
Don't need the food.
People.
There's a bunch of people in the quiet
Knowledge
area.
wise?
Yes.
Quiet.
Oh,
If you're
yeah.
in the quiet area,
Everybody
come
do
here
good
and do
job.
trivia.
I mean, they can't hear you. They're in the quiet area.
Oh, I can't.
That's why we called it that.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, we won! Blue won! Oh, sorry.
Default. 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 Default.
You guys still have engineering to fight.
That's true.
No,
And me.
No contest.
Yeah, but hang on.
Kate's her own team.
You know what I have to
Kate's
say
her
to
own
that?
team, and she
Fake team,
was
fake
the dark
team.
horse yesterday.
Yeah, she was. She
Yeah,
won.
we were
Purely
She
based on
answered
her
one
team.
question,
one question.
but got every single bonus point right
Wow.
and cleaned up.
I don't know how good I'll be. I guess we'll find out.
Oh, picture.
Sounds like,
can solve.
sounds like Team Blue is
We
the
can
best.
solve.
Okay, good. I'm glad it's a.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah,
I was on
me-
Team Blue.
Oh, yeah.
Don't run it.
Actually,
Don't
First
run
day,
it.
it didn't go well.
Kelly, Kelly is never important enough to run.
Wait, no, it didn't go well.
People have been
Says
running
the
for
man.
ages.
I'm
I
telling you to
was,
stop
I was
it.
really
Tell
sad
me.
that I wasn't here
So
yesterday,
we got 4
Kathleen.
people. I need one more person out on Team Orange. Is that you, Steph?
I'll come out.
Yay!
Excellent. We're gonna get Steph here.
All right. That is.
Kathleen,
Yes.
I was really sad I wasn't here for trivia yesterday because I had the exact same answer to that final question as Kate did.
Oh, you.
I was watching at home and I was just like, can I get there? And I totally did.
Oh.
It's technically a trick question,
A little bit, yeah.
but also not.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Yeah.
Yes. John, do you want to? John, you're
Yeah,
gonna
let's
play.
get John
out here.
All right, John.
Let's take a second. Has chat met John?
I'm not sure that they have yet.
So everybody, I'd like to introduce you to John. John is a first-time volunteer, long-time viewer, and we're really happy to be welcoming him into the comms team.
Comms team.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you, John. Have a seat. Let's see if you're smarter than us.
All right.
Yeah.
I still want Steph to play, and then if we get one more person, then we can balance the teams.
Putting some stuff
Okay, perfect. Steph,
And
do you
we
want
need an even team.
to?
We need another person.
Somebody get in here. Engineering. James.
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 I think
James.
Steph was ready to go.
James.
James wants to be with the cool kids.
James.
Oh no, James is playing with engineering.
is-
There's 5
Engineering.
people in engineering.
Lily.
Okay, go.
Lily.
Alright.
Come here, Lily. Come be on our team.
Well, I see that we're doing trivia.
Oh, we are doing trivia.
Yeah, we need
yeah.
we need to balance out the Americans. We had to balance out the Americans, Steph.
You got some back table.
Okay.
Maximum one American per team.
We have maximum 1 American.
Oh wait,
All right.
Wait a minute.
Oh, well.
Oh, never mind. You're Canadian.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. Hey, if somebody is still watching in the food zone, there is a bag that Emily set aside which has today's prizes. If somebody could bring them to me at some point, that'd be great. Not immediately. So, hey, welcome to Kathleen's Trivia Challenge. It's a dumb thing we're doing every day here. Ooh, where's the blanket for chat? Oh, it's right behind Serge.
right.
We gotta cover up the chat monitor.
Sorry, chat.
Goodbye, chat.
Jack, you can't be trusted.
Have
We're
a
not-
nice
You're
nap.
going undercover, Chad.
Have a nice nap.
Yeah, because you guys might get the
You're
answers
too
before our
smart.
teams do.
You're too smart.
I like that I can still see gifts through it.
And that's the answer. The only
You're
thing
too
you care
smart.
Try
Oh.
answering me.
I'm getting
Post
some.
all answers in gift
I'm
form.
getting some very excited Twitter DMs. I don't want to say anything on stream. Person, if you're watching, I'll get to you as soon as I'm done this. Okay, so hey, here's how Kathleen's Trivia Challenge works. We've got these teams. We've got Team Orange. We've got our now reigning champions, Team Blue, who won every single day.
Number 1.
And we have Team Engineering. Woo!
Wait,
And
engineering is its own team?
Engineering is his own team now, and
Yes,
we've got
we are.
And look at it's expanded greatly.
We've got our
Yeah,
we've got a new competitor today, Team Back of the Room. But we can't show you Team Back of the Room, but it's G, Jen, Kate, and Colin.
Returning champions.
I was gonna say reigning champion.
Raining.
Yeah, that's true because
Not you
Kate
guys.
Kate
Just Kate.
individually won yesterday. So here's how this works. I'm just going to read 10 trivia questions. I'm going to go around. I'm going to give each... no, we're not going to write it down. It's just sort of the honor system that you come up... We'll give you a couple seconds to come up with your answer, and then I'll just ask teams in different orders to mix it up and keep it fresh. And the person and the team with the most points win, or as in yesterday, the person with the most points wins, and then they get a fabulous prize that I prepared beforehand. Prizes have included... I'll clean your bathroom. Prizes have included... Here's my favorite 5 Yuri on Ice fix on AO3. And a $20 Starbucks gift card. What delights do we have for you today? James's sign says, help me. James occasionally gets shanghaied to doing this on Loading Ready Live. Alright, so here...
He came in here of his own volition.
We know.
Wow, some sass from Team Engineering. So here's how this works. It's just simple questions. And some people thought that some of the questions yesterday were a little hard. So I've got this is an easy question. This is in fact, you've only got 2 options. What convenience did we have first? Sunglasses
Sunglasses.
or refrigeration?
What kind of sunglasses?
Wow, we didn't even discuss.
What came first? Sunglasses
Oh, I thought
or
we were gonna pick around.
refrigeration?
No.
Which came first?
Sunglasses or refrigeration? What was invented first? Refrigerators or sunglasses? Sunglasses defined as, you know, those things you put on your face with the like Johnny's wearing on stream. Not any tricks. Not like the chicken, says James. Not like the I think they're probably the first people to invent sort of the concept of like glasses to take sun out of your eyes, were the Inuit, because they did like the slit glasses that only let a little bit of light into your eyes. Not those. Those are definitely before anything, probably thousands of years. Like just actual sunglasses like Johnny and Ashton are wearing.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay, Team Blue, you sound confident.
Refrigeration.
So we changed.
I didn't hear the question.
He wasn't listening.
This is why you don't shout out the
I was
answers,
going to
sir.
try a photo from behind the
didn't know
scenes,
it
and it
was
didn't
the-
turn out well.
He thought he was picking a category.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying refrigeration, Blue.
As a group.
What do you say, Orange? Sunglasses or refrigerators?
I'm gonna say we went back and forth, but I think I'm gonna say sunglasses.
Sunglasses were invented first. Team back of the room. Sunglasses or refrigerators? What was invented first? Refrigerators. Oh, so we have 2 for refrigerators, 1 for sunglasses. Engineering, sunglasses or refrigerators?
Refrigerators.
Oh.
Refrigeration was actually what you said.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
did you say
Refrigeration.
or
Yeah.
refrigeration?
Refrigeration.
Okay.
So, Orange, are you the lone standouts?
We are.
You are, but are you right or wrong?
I don't know.
You're,
I'm hoping I'm right. I'm hoping we're right.
you're wrong. Jacob Perkins invented refrigeration in 1834, but we didn't actually start looking cool in sunglasses till 1929.
Oh, we were right, but we weren't.
See, there's a lot of debate about like what are sunglasses
I
and
was-
what is refrigeration.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was under the impression that it went back as far as Roman times.
Okay, well that's an icebox, but like refrigerators.
What's the difference?
It's got a fan and a
Whether it's
Okay, so here's what I was doing last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's
What
your
Joe
final
said.
authority on this. This is like the actual like boxes where the stuff is moving through the tubes and the coils and stuff like that. And this is according to Wikipedia and my copy of Timeline at home. So
Also, as an exhibit of trivia,
you meant refrigerators.
yes.
Not
as an exhibit
refrigeration.
of trivia,
So
the
we got
fax
to
machine
authority,
existed
timeline.
before the telephone.
What was that?
Was that John?
Yep.
The fax machine existed before the telephone.
It's true, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I
do
mean,
anything
what are
with
you
it. They were
complaining? You
not
got it
lines
right
to
already.
connect.
Go blue!
Question 2. Name this Canadian singer-songwriter who is probably one of Canada's most famous female solo artists and certainly the most famous person to come out of Napanee, Ontario. Which Canadian female singer-songwriter, solo artist came out of Napanee, Ontario?
Is
I
that
think
the
I know
only
the
piece
answer
of
to this.
information?
Are you
That's
on
it.
that team?
That's it. That's all you get. She's one of Canada's most famous
Is
solo
Alex on that
artists.
Okay, we got it then. We got it. Good job.
She's one of
We gotta make sure we.
she's one of Canada's most famous solo artists. She's from Napanee, Ontario. Team Blue is confident. And last time their confidence paid off, but this time, is it hubris?
We'll see.
Who knows?
I have no other guesses.
Okay.
Not a chance, Kathleen.
That's what I would guess.
I'll go with it.
Solo.
We'll go with it.
All right. We got an answer.
Oh no, all the questions.
That's why I got a case on my phone.
Quick, grab it.
Team Engineering, I know they have their answer. I saw them like trying to hide James's piece of paper. Team Back of the Room, do you got a guess?
Sarah McLachlan.
Sarah McLachlan from Back of the Room. Engineering, what's your guess?
Avril Lavigne.
What's your guess, Orange?
Avril Lavigne.
What's your guess, Blue?
Shania Twain.
Why do things have to be so complicated?
Yes!
It's Avril Lavigne!
I forgot that she was in Canada.
Sarah McLachlan's
Twain's from Timmins.
and Sarah
Yeah.
McLachlan's from Vancouver.
It's like in.
Oh, beans.
My guess was gonna be grind.
She was from a place that's already better.
I lived in Ottawa at a time that she did a shopping mall tour of Ontario.
Nice.
There you go.
So.
All right, this is a video game question. In Persona 5, what is the Phantom Thief codename of Goofy, school-shy former sprinter Ryuji Sakamoto? And I'm using the North American pronunciation.
Sakamoto?
Was it?
It's Sakamoto, but they say Sakamoto in the game, and it drives me nuts.
So what's
I don't know.
What's the question? Is this a true or false?
No.
Oh, okay.
One more time. In Persona 5, what is the Phantom Thief codename of Goofy, school-shy former sprinter Ryuji Sakamoto, or Sakamoto, how you would normally say it, but
So the question
in the
is, have you played Persona 5?
Yeah.
No, I think you could get this without playing Persona 5 if you know what he looks like,
I only.
By playing Persona 5?
or seeing any of the art.
Sorry, was it a name of a character?
He has a Phantom Thief codename. It's based very heavily off his costume, and so if you've seen him, you could guess this.
Is this the main character?
No, this is
Whatever
the
you
second
got,
character you get in the game. So he's in like all of the key art. He's very prominently featured.
Oh, Johnny, no.
What is the Phantom Thief codename of Goofy, study shy former sprinter Ryuji Sakamoto? Sakamoto. Oh, but they do. They say Sakamoto in the game.
It's so painful.
It's really irritating. Gee, you know this, right?
No, because I haven't played Persona, so I haven't.
How would you not know this? This is the second person you get in your team.
I haven't played Persona in a year. I'm just guessing.
He has a guess.
I have a guess.
Well, you have a guess. Engineering, what's your guess?
Sure. So, based on what I can vaguely recall from watching you play, I think it's something like Skullface.
Okay, Skullface from Engineering. Orange. Skull.
Joker?
Joker?
Skull.
Skull.
Oh, no.
It's Skull! His mask is literally a skull.
Do we get points?
I played the video
I will give you half a point. Half a point, Engineering. Am I not a merciful God?
Wrong answers and then we'll correct you later. That's how we did it the first round.
I like how invested Serge is in winning now, because he's won like 3 days in a row.
Blue doesn't.
We're not gonna
No.
play.
Yeah, Orange got a point.
Got a
Blue
point.
didn't get a point.
So to recap,
We like
Orange
that
1,
point,
Blue
but we're
1,
not
Engineering
winning here.
2.5, Team Social Media Back of the Room 2. You guys are killing it. And you have a way smaller team.
What?
Okay.
They got a bonus.
The 80s. The ABC sitcom Perfect Strangers didn't just give us the fun odd couple pair of American Larry Appleton and his distant cousin from Eastern Europe and his distant Eastern European cousin Balky Bartokomous. It also gave us the spin-off sitcom about a middle-class family living in Chicago, Illinois. What famous 1980s sitcom was actually a spin-off from Perfect Strangers?
There's only one that I can think
Hey, Kathleen.
Yeah.
While the teams are thinking there, I just want to remind everybody about the A Taste of PAX Cookie Brigade
If you
giveaway,
know,
the
I
donation
will-
drive that we've got going on right now, which I was particularly reminded of because TPR Jones appears to have just donated $1,544
Wow!
for 200 entries because that is a multiple of 772.
Dang.
So shout out TPR Jones.
TPR
Thank you
Jones
so
wants
much.
them delicious cookies and other goodies.
If you missed it at the start, this is the Cookie Brigade. For every PAX in 2018, we'll mail you a box with the sample of the homemade cookies that they have made for that PAX. It is a prize that lasts all year from the Cookie Brigade. Thank you for your generosity. Back to you, Kathleen.
All right, I think we've given people enough time to talk.
We know.
You guys know. You guys seem confident. I don't think I've asked Blue first in a while.
All right.
All right, Orange, do you guys have a guess?
Yeah.
Yes? Engineering, you're good to go? Back of the room shit. Okay.
Confidence.
What sitcom was a spin-off of Perfect Strangers?
Nice. Family Matters.
It was Family Matters.
Hold on, no, check the other teams.
All right.
Please do.
What was your guess, back of the room? Family Matters. What was your guess? Growing Pains. Engineering, what'd you get?
Yeah, we were doing Family Matters as well.
All right.
Although I didn't know, but they knew.
Excellent. Yeah, it's actually like, I guess I could have said that it was about a family and their annoying neighbor. Did I do that? But I thought that would make it too easy. It was Family Matters.
It's the only one that I know of that takes place in Chicago.
Who was the what transferred over?
It was Carl Winslow.
Yeah.
Carl Winslow, who was one of like Larry's coworkers or something like that, moved to Chicago and got his own show.
I also like to think that Carl Winslow was the same character, or same like exact character in Die Hard.
My favorite is enough things have crossed over like via this. I saw somebody map this out. That enough of them have crossed over that all sitcoms technically therefore take place
in the
within
same universe.
In the same universe, which of course is the one where it turned out to all be a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all happening.
It's a snowball
It's
theory,
happening.
right?
Yeah. Well, because I know that wasn't there a crossover between what's his face, Perfect Strangers and the Golden Girls at one point.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
like
there are a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Question 5. This qualitative ordinal scale characterizing the scratch resistances of minerals is certainly the most well-known mineral hardness scale. And I say most well-known because there are a lot, and I looked a lot of them up last night. And it was created in 1812 by the German geologist who gave it his name. What do we call the scale where you measure the hardness of minerals? The most famous scale where you measure the hardness of minerals. Oh, team back of the room is confident and looks good. I saw Colin make this kind of face. He's like, as like that, sort of like, I've heard of this and I think I know what it's called.
We all knew what it was, and then Jordan wrote it, and then all of us were like, ah!
Yeah, like, it sounds incredibly obscure, but a lot of people know what this is.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, good.
I know I'll know it, and I know that I will know it when somebody says it, but
I'm so proud of you.
we'll see.
I really hope it's right.
All right, Team Blue, do you got a guess?
It is the Rockwell scale.
The Rockwell scale. What's your guess?
I was gonna say Rockford, but I was in the right area.
Well, keep going. We don't know if that's right.
Okay, what was your guess?
Moors.
The Mohs mineral scale. What's your guess, engineering?
The same. Mohs mineral scale.
It is in fact the Mohs mineral scale. Okay, hold on, Team Blue. Hold on, Team Blue.
Wait, what?
By the way, if you want to find out how hard something is, because the Mohs mineral scale is by far the most common, and I saw a lot of Mohs going by in chat.
Oh man.
There is something you could also use: the Vickers scale, the Brunel scale, the rarely used Meyer hardness test, the Knoop hardness test, and the Rockwell scale. So I'm going to give you guys half a point.
Oh, we'll take it. Yeah.
Can we have a quarter?
I was thinking about
No.
but like I wasn't.
We might have been thinking of the Rockford Files.
That's probably
Good job.
Turns out James is really, really good at trivia.
Is he really?
He's gotten every single one.
Is this why he never wants to play Kathleen's trivia challenge on Loaded Ready Live? Because he doesn't want to show everybody up?
Or she's cheating.
Why don't we...
He's got Google.
James,
Phone.
Yeah.
hey James,
Googling.
later when we try to win at HQ, you have to help, considering you know all this trivia.
Sure.
Okay, number 6, Joe will have to recuse himself because he's my engineering contact here, but it's Name That Tune.
Okay.
Okay, let's listen to this song. It's coming.
Sounds of silence.
It's coming. I'm sure you've heard this many places. 2001: A Space Oddity. It was in, I think, a commercial for the iPhone 4.
I think I know this.
It was what plays when Homer eats chips in space in that episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
What is this song called? And for a bonus, who wrote it? For a bonus point, who wrote it?
God, no, I think that's
It's a very famous piece of music.
Sounds like
It's just on the edge of my
Yeah, well, it's a beautiful piece of music, so we can keep listening to it. The reason I was able to reference Beethoven's 7th last night is because I was listening to that, and then I was like, oh, I don't want to go with a numbered symphony, right? But this is a pretty distinctive name. All right. Who haven't I asked first? I haven't asked engineering first in a while. Engineering, what song is this?
The Blue Danube?
Correct. Who wrote it?
Strauss?
Strauss, the what?
France? Second?
Yeah, correct. Yes. 2 points for engineering.
No fair, they get a European.
Good job, Matt.
What were your guys' guesses here?
We had the Blue Danube.
Yeah.
We weren't sure on.
We were
Okay.
trying to.
Well, that's a 1 point for orange. What did you guys
We
get?
had a
also
song,
had
but we're
Blue
gonna guess
Danube
Bob.
waltz.
Okay.
We're gonna guess Bob.
All right, so that's 1 point for blue. Back of the room. How'd you guys?
Stone Cold nothing.
You guys don't know bust about classical music. All right.
We're all from the 90s.
I know.
I know the name of the other
Speak
2000
for yourself.
That's a
Yeah,
song.
that's right. I know the
I know Sunrise.
There's many people from the 90s on these teams too.
Yeah, Jordan.
Balance.
Jordan,
Not
remember
in the
when we
engineering.
graduated from high school at the same time?
Engineering's old as bus.
Old as bus.
Wow, that's rude.
Is this another song?
No. This is just our trivia theme. All right. This isn't my best question that I'm about to read, but I got very distracted by Gangnam Style in Hell last night.
Oh my god, that's my favorite part of Desert Bus so far.
This family of cheese gains its distinctive color after cultures of penicillium fungus are mixed into the curds. Which family of cheese gains its distinctive color after penicillin fungi are mixed in with the curds?
Okay?
Yes, okay. I see that you have your answer.
When you say family,
That's just too
Like
easy.
as in there's multiple types of this kind of cheese.
All right, I thought so.
It's not just like a the cheese does not stand alone.
All right. I was just like, this can't be that.
Really. I'm upset.
This is my job as host, is to get those classic zingers in there.
Yep.
Orange.
Blue cheese.
Back of the room. This
Our
team.
team name.
Engineering.
Blue.
Yep, blue cheese. Here's some fun facts about blue cheese. Penicillium camemberti and Penicillium roqueforti are the molds on Camembert Brie and Roquefort. So that's penicillin mold you're eating. And this is the same mold that they use to make into antibiotics. And I'm majorly allergic to penicillin, but I can eat blue cheese. So,
I can't.
huh?
I'm allergic to penicillin. I can't eat blue cheese.
Oh, I can. It's weird. Or nobody ever told me not to, and I seem to be fine.
You've lived this
But they
far.
also use strains of penicillin to improve the taste of sausages and hams and to prevent colonization by other molds and bacteria. So it turns out we all eat a lot of penicillin and don't know about it.
Mystery.
So that's just kind of fun. All right. The Earth's atmosphere. Question 8. The Earth's atmosphere isn't homogeneous. It has layers, like an ogre.
Really?
it's never over.
Anyhow, the lowest layer of the Earth's atmosphere, which goes up from the Earth's surface to on average 12 kilometers. It's different at the equator and at the poles, but we'll say on average 12 kilometers up, contains almost all of the atmospheric water. And so that's the layer where most of the weather happens. It's the interesting layer. But what is the bottommost layer of the atmosphere called? The Earth's atmosphere. The bottommost layer of the Earth's atmosphere. What is that called? Engineering is now seriously discussing this.
I mean, I couldn't even name that one, so maybe.
I know that's one.
I don't know which one's lowest. No.
Just check it.
I like how
What
everyone's
is the
just looking at
lowest layer of the Earth's atmosphere called?
James, look it up on your phone. I have no idea.
Enjoying this dancing?
Sure.
We're like 25%.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Take it.
All right. It sounds like all our teams are locked in. Who haven't I asked first recently? Blue.
We'll go with ionosphere.
The ionosphere. Back of the room.
Terrasphere?
The terror sphere, where all the scary stuff happens.
Terra, as in the Earth.
Engineering.
So he has a master's,
Oh, come
and
on.
he doesn't know.
Why'd you have to point that out? I didn't study the atmosphere. I
Yeah.
studied asteroids.
Yeah. I was gonna say I think he has a master's in something completely unrelated. No,
astrophysics.
You don't just learn about everything, but
They
you have
didn't
a
give an
math.
answer
So
yet.
the answer is ionosphere.
Thank you, Paul.
You're saying it's the ionosphere? What do you guys say?
Stratosphere?
It's the troposphere.
No.
No! No points for anybody.
I was also going to say the butt of the sky.
At the bottom of the sky.
Dinger.
Okay, let's maybe ask another question about video games.
Kathleen disappointed in all of us.
Oh, that's okay. I saw people get it in chat. Chat got that one. Well, yeah, but chat, there's like several thousand of you, so that's a kind of an unfair advantage.
That are on the internet.
All right. This German-born American inventor who died in 2014 is commonly referred to as the father of video games. He began working on video game consoles in the 1960s, and his first commercial product was the Magnavox Odyssey, which came out in 1971. Who is the German-born but American inventor because his family left because of World War II because he was Jewish. This German-born American inventor who died in 2014. He began working on video game consoles in the 1960s, and his first commercial product was the Magnavox Odyssey, which came out in 1971. Without this man, we would not have any of this going on.
Got it.
He's the father of video games.
It's his fault.
Yeah, it's his fault. None of you people know the answer to this question. Oh, this one's hard. They get real hard at the end. It's like your own personal version of HQ.
How would you measure that on the Mohs scale?
It's like a solid 9.
Okay.
You know the Mohs scale has to go up to 11 now because of like the fake diamonds. They're not fake, but like the artificially created diamonds, which are harder than natural diamonds.
Huh.
So they have to increase.
Diamond was
Yeah, because the Mohs scale goes from 1, which is talc, to 10, which is diamond. But like artificially created diamonds are rated an 11, which I found out last night. I was like, oh, very Spinal Tap of
Yeah, I was
Mohs.
gonna say.
Yeah.
Can we call them Spinal Tap diamonds from now on?
I mean, we can, but I don't
can.
think other people will listen
It
to
might not catch on.
No.
The internet, please refer to them as Spinal Tap diamonds from now on.
I like that one.
All right.
There we go. Let's go for that one.
Team back of the room, what's your guess?
We're gonna go with Johann Sebastian Atari.
If you didn't hear that, the answer is Johann Sebastian Atari.
Good.
No, but I like your guess. You get 0 points, but you get 1 sympathy point.
What?
No, it does not count as a point. All right, Team Blue.
Alex is our spokesperson this time.
Hi, it's Wario.
Wario.
Wow.
Team Orange.
Hans Magnavox.
We were.
Team Engineering.
Stealing our answer.
Okay, Mr. Odyssey.
Stephen,
We all had very similar
Nobody got
concepts
this
for our answers.
It's Ralph Baer. Ralph Baer. Chat got that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, Chet, we get it.
Okay.
I don't feel
Hold
bad
on.
about that because
This question 10 has some of the best trivia I have found.
Chat's covered up.
Okay. Hold on to your butts, guys.
Holding.
Now, of course, I have to check my sources. I'm doing this at home after Desert Bus, so my sources of this are, I did some Googling, but I mean, the internet could be wrong. But as far as I can tell, the first written mention of being able to fart at will was in the City of God Against the Pagans, which was written in the early 5th century AD. This book of Christian philosophy mentions men that have such command of their bowels that they can break wind continuously at will so as to produce the effect of singing. This incredibly influential work, by the way, The City of God Against the Pagans, happened just to mention farting, was written by this North African theologian who served as the Bishop of Hippo and was later consecrated and is now considered to be the patron saint of brewers, printers, theologians, and sore eyes. So,
But not farting.
no, so who is the patron saint of brewers,
Farting has a patron.
printers, theologians, and sore eyes? He wrote the city. He wrote the City of God Against the Pagans. He wrote the City of God Against the Pagans, and he was the first person to write down farting at will for being funny. He was the first person to talk about this. That alone is so historically significant. But he also did all of these other things, such as being made into a saint and being the Bishop of Hippo.
The Bishop of Hippo.
Hippo is a town in North Africa. Where he was the bishop of was
Hippos.
sort of corresponds to Algeria, I think. So sort of from that area. So he wrote The City of God Against the Pagans in the 5th century. And he talked about men that have such command of their bowels that they can break wind continuously at will so as to produce the effect of singing.
I would not want to go to a concert about that.
I bet Chat got this.
We might just want to go with a bad answer.
I bet Chat got this. Because there's a lot of them. He's the patron saint of brewers, so I bet Ian could get this.
Yeah, it's weird that 4,000 people from all over the world have more idea of what we're doing. Yeah, alright.
You could come at this question from a lot of different angles. You could just know who was the first person to write about farts.
Yeah.
You could just
Lots
know
of
your
people know that.
hagiography. Or you could know who the Bishop of Hippo was.
You got an idea. You can
Or a Bishop of Hippo. It's not like he was the only one. Now this one's hard. Alright. Engineering. What's your guess?
We'd like to answer your question with another question, which is, when you stumbled across this information, how many glasses of wine did you have?
0. I was at home with Penelope, and I can't like drink or anything if I'm solo parenting. Because what if something was to happen and like I needed to drive or take her to the hospital or something? So 0.
All right, I'm not the host, but I'm going to give you points for that.
Oh, thank you. So I got it was completely sober, and I was like, I wonder who the first person to write about farts was.
Just on 3 days.
So engineering, you have no answer then. You have no clue. Orange. Saint Benedictine.
as the Lord patron saint of brewing, we went with Saint Okra hops.
Saint Okra hops. Back of the room. Saint Augustine. Saint Augustine Aurelius Augustinius.
Really?
AKA Augustine of Hippo, or Saint Augustine. I know Chat got it.
My friend Michael is disappointed in me right now.
All right. Now, I actually have some bonus trivia for you guys today.
Bonus trivia.
Wait, do we get points or just information?
This is just for fun.
Okay.
But if you can guess it. Because I was trying to find some food questions. That's how we had that weak-ass blue cheese question. Spaghetti a la puttanesca literally means what?
Oh, I know this one.
I couldn't figure out a good way to make this into a question. Oh, engineering knows.
Yeah.
Doesn't it just mean whatever's lying around?
No.
No.
Oh.
No.
What does it mean, Andrew?
Andrew, what does it mean?
Sauce of the whore.
Correct.
Or in
means-
polite company, sauce of the lady.
Yeah, sauce of the bad girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, spaghetti in the style of a whore.
Yeah.
It's the literal translation.
You keep saying that word.
It's educational.
Bus spaghetti.
No, but
We
it's
have to check the
educational.
PG-13 rating. That's fine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine.
We got
It's
to
fine.
jump in here. That's fine.
So I'm giving Orange a bonus point.
You can say that. You can say that in a PG-13, and B. There's
I'm
nothing
giving
wrong
Orange
with
a
that as
bonus
profession.
point because Andrew knew that.
Doesn't do us any good though.
No, but that's just good trivia.
We beat Blue.
So this is that was the last question.
That was it. So that means today's winner
No!
is engineering. I need to go get them their prize. 1 second.
Uncover the.
And engineering's prize is. I'm also going to check with that. I'm also going to check with engineering before I turn this off.
What is that the prize?
Goodbye, chat blanket. We can see you again.
I said Kathleen run by. So
She's going to get the prize.
engineering, if you want to let me know when I'm safe to turn off the
What
performance
is
mic.
that?
We don't know.
No.
I guess that's really my prize to the stream.
Yeah, somebody thought it was the prize that Kathleen was asking.
Oh, no.
Still waiting on that. Okay.
Everybody, while you were asleep, we had a whole thing happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, while that was going on, Alex hit $15,000 shift total.